Hi Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your general reading for February 2023. I know the lighting's all weird in here, but it got dark kind of quick. So anyway, before I get started, please hit the like and subscribe so you can get notified when I post new stuff, and the share button. You can share these videos with those you think may need a bit of free guidance. So anyway, as I was saying, this is a general reading. The messages will not resonate with everyone, so please do check back to your moon and rising sign, okay? In order to gain any insight into your own situation requires a personal reading. And so you can go over to my About box section of my channel. There I have listed the number of minutes, the reading packages. So it's the number of minutes, the number of questions, and the price. If you'd like to get a reading, you simply email me at this address up here, hiddenlotustarot@gmail.com. Say, hey, Tara, I want the 30-minute reading, and then I will email you back, and we'll go from there, okay? We have just experienced the Chinese Lunar New Year, and unfortunately, it was not a very joyous occasion. Yesterday was the new moon in Capricorn. Today is the 22nd of January, by the way. We had the new moon in Capricorn yesterday. Mercury went direct in the sign of Capricorn on the 18th. Today, on top of the Lunar New Year, we also have Uranus, who has moved into Taurus. So I'm going to be looking at the markets and stuff tomorrow to see exactly what that may mean, because Taurus rules banks, it rules stocks, it rules bonds, because it's brushing up against this debt ceiling vote. So I kind of want to see what's happening with that. And then finally, we have the full moon in Leo on February 5th. And if I'm not mistaken, we have like 10 more days in this month, maybe 9 more days before January's over. So it's really gone by fast. I just posted a few days ago, I wrote out the full major energy shifts, planetary energy shifts, over on my free Substack newsletter. So if you have not signed up for it yet, please do. You can find the icon there on the channel art. Click on it and it'll take you over and you can sign up. It is free. All right. So I have with me the Radiant White deck. I have with me the Fin de Cycle. I have with me the La Vera Sibila, and we'll be wrapping the reading up with a angel answer and a golden Nostradamus. All right, I've only had to use the Fin de Cycle maybe 3 times throughout all of the 12 readings, so not a lot. I've already done some meditation and shuffling on your sign and glyph. I'm just gonna give it one quick more shuffle and then cut the deck, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn the camera around and we will get started with the reading, okay? Hopefully I didn't spin that too fast. Here we go. All right, 9 cards down. The star card. There's your sign, Aquarius. Your card. Let's see if we can get it to focus. There it is. Okay, it is the star card. The 2 of Wands. Huh. That's interesting. The Page of Wands. Some of you have it in your heads or are contemplating some new kind of project or venture. It may be spiritually related. Okay. Let's get to the next row. The Lovers. Underneath that star card. Well, now, the 7 of Cups. I don't know if that's still... There we go. Let's see if we can get it to focus out a bit more. Is it fuzzy? It's kind of fuzzy, huh? It's hard for me to tell. Okay. Anyway. Oh, no. The 7 of Swords. Well, now I have 2 7s. 2 court cards, 2 wands, a cup, and a sword. Last row, 3 7s, the 7 of Wands. So there's something going on for you, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that's got you a bit discombobulated. The High Priestess. And I'm going to see if I can get this to, I don't know if it's just me or if it's the lighting. And then there is the Three of Pentacles. My. What a spread. 3 wands. So maybe your passions are inflamed, or you got your back up. You're riled up about something, okay? Because that's pretty much what the wands represent for me. They represent determination, desire, passion, focus, even anger sometimes. We have 1 cup, 1 sword, 3 major arcana, and then a pentacle. What is over the entire reading? The Fool card. Well, so a new beginning. But again, this card is ruled by your ruler, Uranus. Although I would dare to say that Saturn, to me, kind of fits more as the ancient ruler of Aquarius. The new ruler is Uranus. So it's a bit of both, I could say. The Fool is about new beginnings. It is about taking a leap of faith on something. The Fool says that it's time to begin a new journey. Okay? Whether this is a literal journey, a spiritual journey, a metaphorical journey. So we're going to come back to him. Okay? What I have: past, present, future, interplay of the cards. The Star card represents the idea of hopes, wishes, and dreams. It points to your North Star. It talks about the ability to draw from the well, but at the same time to kind of spill out whatever it is you're drawing from the well. So it's a continual renewal, I would say. The card does speak to healing. It has the evening star, Venus, or the morning star. I think she is at this time. It might be the evening star at this time of year. So it could also sometimes be the cosmology or the astrology of something. And we come to the Two of Wands. Now the Two of Wands is just that. I have 2 twos, as a matter of fact. But the Two of Wands is a card about perhaps trying to step out on your own, a bit of independence and freedom in terms of trying to determine what it is you want to do. You've done something, but you know that there's more that needs to be done. What I find interesting is that I feel that at some point, whether this is the near or distant past, so yesterday to 6 months out, same thing here, past yesterday to 6 months out, or the distant future, tomorrow to 6 months out, okay? I feel that some of you are presently, you are trying to make a determination. 2s represent oppositions. So this is either someone opposing you actively, no, you can't do that, or you shouldn't do that, or I disagree with you, or you yourself being opposed against yourself. Should I, shouldn't I, will I, won't I? It speaks about a crossroads. It speaks about a decision and a choice. The card comes along to say that sometimes some kind of information or message will come that will help you with a transition or a contract, okay? But the page, and pages for me are always news and messages. So here we see the news. But I think what's interesting is that I have a wand between you face towards the past and this page face towards the future. He's in fact looking at the Fool card. So this in a sense kind of tells me that yes, you are split, you are divided about what it is that you want to do, or where your passions are trying to take you. So this brings me the Lovers card. Now, the Lovers can be a romantic situation, and if that is the case, then it speaks about 2 things. It speaks about people who are maybe even soulmates, or twin flames, or they come together and they just meld as if they're one person. Okay, so there's some karma attached. But I've also seen the card show up when it speaks to 2 people who are together that have absolutely no harmony. They shouldn't even be together. But more than anything, the Lovers card is about a choice. Okay, so again, that comes up. And the card counsels that you need to make absolutely sure that whatever choice you're going to make is the path that you want to go on. Because once we make a decision to go down one path, it closes the door on the other path. Okay. And again, there's some confusion here. The Seven of Cups. Now, traditionally, the Seven of Cups talks about having so many choices that you don't know what to choose from. It speaks to self-actualization, temptation, power, peace, riches, property, right? I don't know if the person is fantasizing, building castles in the sky or castles in the air. I want all of those things, but they're not doing anything to get it. Or if it's a nightmare, so we can see the person's in relief. I've got all of these things I got to take care of. I got choices, but I don't know what to do. So this to me always indicates that if you can identify the most important thing, okay, then you can begin to make choices about these other things. You may discover as you go along that some of these things are not that important. The Seven also says it is a moment of pause and reflection, of thinking about something, or really getting in touch with your emotions, or trying to settle the energies around you about what you are doing, so that you can make a decision about moving to the next level. These would be eights. The Seven of Swords can be a card of theft, treachery, betrayal, deceit, lies, spying, theft, okay? But it can also simply be a card that speaks about postponements and delays, things not going well for you at the moment, in which case it is because your energies are scattered, right? You're not in a mental state where you can actually stop and think. And I would think with all these sevens, this may be true. All right. It can also be someone who's trying to outsmart destiny. Okay. They've been doing stuff and now it's coming back around at them and they're trying to run away from it. The Seven of Wands says that you are a person of good character, that there's a lot happening for you right now, okay? But you have the strength and the courage. You are of good character. You can do that. Now, I don't know if this relates to you or someone else, because here we got a card of a liar. Here we got a card of someone of good character. Then we come to the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess represents your intuition. It is about knowing things. It is about being able to access some higher or secret knowledge that she doesn't always share with you. She sees things, she hears things, she knows things, but she doesn't always say anything. Representing the Moon, the feminine principle. So this is really about getting in touch with your emotions. Okay, that feminine principle. Not only getting in touch with your emotions, but trusting whatever your intuition is telling you. Getting that, if you're in Uranians, Aquarians really are visionaries. They can see much farther than anybody else. And they come to disrupt systems. They don't come to break them and tear them down. They come to point out what they may see as a flaw or how they see it can be improved upon. And a lot of times that will create conflict for people because they're looking at it the same old way. Okay? So trust whatever your intuition is telling you. And then we end with this Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles can be the idea of three people coming together. Maybe this is a new business venture. Maybe this is a new business project. This is some kind of new idea. And you're trying to come together with these two other people. I've seen it show up when it talks about maybe perhaps a promotion or a small financial gain of some sort. But because it is a three, it can be an indication that there may again be some kind of delay before there's any success realized. Okay? Now, I only have the one court card here, which is this Page of Wands. This can sometimes be news, exciting news. It could be related to love. It could be related to a travel. It could be related to some new work project or venture. But right now, there's just a whole bunch of, confusion surrounding it. And the reason why I say that is because this card is in the center and everything else is happening around it. Okay? So let me turn this page over. For those of you who are new to my channel and my style of reading, welcome. To those of you who've been with me since 2015, thank you for sticking around. But the major arcana cards are your spiritual lessons. And so instead of this being, just step off the cliff and do it on faith, this could be a warning to you not to be foolish and blind. Okay? So we need to see, because there's a lot of undercurrents going on here. Things that are not as they seem. That's, I think, what I'm looking for. So the first thing I want to do is check out what the 3 sevens mean. The 3 sevens say good luck on one hand. The 2 twos speak to the need to make a choice, harmonious change, and communication. Well, I mean, look, there's all these cards of choice. Even this is about making a choice of whether or not to join forces with someone or to take on whatever this new thing may be. Okay? So I think what is important is the choice. And this could be the inability to make a firm choice. So that's the one meaning of the 3 sevens and the 2 twos. But let me give you the other meaning. I think the 2 twos is pretty much the same. It tells, well, the 2 twos speak to a commitment or an engagement. So this could be a romantic thing. It could be committing to a new role or something at work. Maybe someone wants to pay you to do something. That would be an engagement. So it can, you know, don't just think it's always about love. But now we need to come to the 3 sevens. If you guys don't knock it off in there, I tell them that, I don't know, 20 times a day. They're like kids. 3 sevens can foretell of a pregnancy. Even though that card is represented by the High Priestess, the pomegranates there represent the fruits of the womb. Okay? Maybe someone is sitting on a secret. All right? So, there we have it. 2 sevens warn of false friends. 3 sevens could be foretelling of a pregnancy. All right? And maybe it's not all bad. But these cards here kind of throw me off. So let's take a look to see if the 2 of Wands has anything to say. When there's a focus on relationships, for sure. So the 2 of Wands with the 7 of Swords. It is an indication that unnecessary disturbances over insignificant and unnecessary situations may take place in the very near future. The message is to sort out any problems as soon as they arise. There you have it. Okay? Isn't that interesting? Let's move to the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups with the Lovers. It is a message to take someone close into consideration when making choices and decisions. There are imminent changes coming into your life, so be thoughtful of other people's wants and needs during this transition. There is enough room on your path for 2. It indicates that your life's path is broad enough for 2. That's quite interesting. Let's move to the 7 of Swords. I don't know. The cards are talking today. They're telling some stories. Let's see. The 7 of Swords. Now, you know, we talk about theft, betrayal, and all of that, but here's a few other things. It says that sometimes we may feel obligated to behave in ways that are not direct, but which we accept, hoping that the end will justify the means. It is also a warning that your plans may not work out at this time due to circumstances beyond your control, so you may need to look for alternative means or methods. It tells of the possibility of tension, arguments, disagreements, and misunderstandings within a current situation. It may also imply that someone is spying or delving into things that are not their business. It can also tell of an unexpected surprise or unexpected opportunities. Now, there is a meaning, 2 meanings. There's an influence of this Fool over this card. So with the Fool, it may be an indication that you are currently acting too flippantly and inconsistently, and there may be a need to be more positive and stable. But next to sevens of any other suit, it is saying to you, it is an indication that huge life changes are about to take place in your life. It is a strong indication that you have reached an important point and that change is inevitable. It tells of starting over under new or different circumstances and that new and favorable conditions abound. Well, there we have it. Seven of Wands. These cards are telling you something, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. They are talking to you quite clearly. Nothing of the Seven of Wands, even though it says the odds may be against you, but you should stand firm. It tells of new competitions to be faced, renewed determination and courage will be necessary, but it doesn't tell me anything else. So now we come to the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. The dogs, y'all hear them in there, it's so sad. The Three of Pentacles. Doesn't tell me anything. It can signify a need for planning and forethought and can be a sign to slow down and consider things carefully before taking action rather than taking on more than you can handle. And that kind of looks like that, kind of looks like that, kind of looks like that. Confusing emotions, chaotic thoughts, just rushing around doing stuff, but not getting anywhere. So, I'm going to take a look at the Seven of Swords. I'm going to use the Levitas Vela. And then I'm going to take a look at this High Priestess. She's awfully silent. She's awfully quiet. But she knows something. She may and she may not tell me. It will depend on how she feels. But I'm going to do my best to see if she will perhaps give us a sneak peek as to what she knows. Let's first take a look at the Seven of Swords. Disgrazia. And it is another Seven of Spades. So it's just like the Seven of Swords on top of the Seven of Swords. The riunione, the meeting. The Donna Maritata. Now, let's look at this. Because I have seen her show up, this High Priestess. When it talks about a woman who's in the picture. Remember, the three people? Lovers. It talks about a woman that nobody knows anything about. So she could be the side chick or the other woman. This might even be you, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see. Fidelta. Trust, loyalty, friendship. The Yardro. That being stolen away from you. And the happiness of the heart. Well, the Disgrazia, it's a Tower card. Now remember, one of the meanings of these cards, this was arguments, delays, tension, fighting, dissension. And this card kind of backs that up. Let me give you some of the information. It appears that there's been a meeting, or there will be a meeting. Perhaps with this Donna Maritata. The air is already kind of poisoned here. These seven. So let me explain it to you. The Tragedy card is what it is called. It foretells of great turbulence. that is about to enter. It heralds the arrival of traumatic events for which sometimes you are blameless, okay? But this is only superficial, as you would have been, even unknowingly, involved in the materialization of such an occurrence. The philosophical approach to this card is that of right and wrong, is that usually you don't always deserve what happens to you. Okay? Usually. But we know sometimes you do. We all do. It implies that you have failed to learn from past mistakes, or that a mistake from the past is coming to exact payment in the present. You will feel like a hapless victim of circumstance and completely powerless. It indicates a drastic and radical change for the worse, as something will never return to the way that it used to be. Okay? In personal relationships, this card heralds a painful and sudden separation, violence, sometimes loss of a friend or family member, bereavement, and the traumatic and unexpected loss of a loved one. In financial matters, it can herald a sudden and unexpected dismissal, repossessions, foreclosures, embezzlement, bankruptcy, and problems with the tax man. It is a card that represents destruction, and it can also indicate really grave mistakes that will be paid for dearly. Now, next to this card, the Riunione card, it doesn't talk about a reunion. That's not really what it means. The meaning of this card is meetings. So this could be meeting with someone, trying to patch up this particular situation. It talks about dates. It talks about business meetings. Any place where you're going to be meeting someone. Now, it could have the off chance hand of speaking about being a reunion between two people. But if that is the case, it's saying to me that it will not be going well. There will be half truths told, less than the truth told. It is the 8, I believe. Okay, so it's not going to be an easy thing. It talks about a truce or meeting someone halfway in any type of relationship. It says, in love, it indicates making up after a disagreement, or a loved one can come back, and a period of harmony and fulfillment. It predicts a positive ending to a relationship where disagreement has caused separations. In a long-distance relationship, it means that the partner will now be closer, if not being around on a more consistent basis. Well, that may be true. The neutral meaning is one of simply an appointment, a reunion, or a date without any positive or negative connotation. Here we see the married woman. She's not always the married woman. She can be someone who's a nurturer. So think of her somewhat like the queen of coins. But as we can see here, we see that someone's friendship or loyalty has been stolen away from them. And in fact, they're even coming for the happiness of the heart. So it brands this a false friend and fake happiness. Okay? Or happiness that will be disturbed and will be taken. They're the 3 people right here. So it appears to me that there is a third party here. There may be an affair. There might even be the hint of a pregnancy. I'm just going to pull 3 cards across this, and then I want you to formulate your question for both the angel answer and the golden Nostradamus. I don't know if these cards are going to tell us, or if it's going to just make it a bit more confusing. You see a mature woman. Courtship. and community. Now, here's what I'm going to say on how the cards are speaking to me. It is somebody in your circle of friends that you know. This does not imply true love, but it can imply seduction. It can imply getting someone to do something that they don't want to do, or trying to get them to do what they don't want to do. Talks about like this: meetings and discussions, courtship. Doesn't indicate real love or true love or even marriage. To me, this indicates that this is somebody within your circle of friends and acquaintance. Now, what I find interesting is that the La Namica card has not come out. The enemy card. I'm going to check something right quick. Where's my little book? The courtship card. An early stage of a relationship. Meetings, dating, new people entering your life. The negative of this is attempts to seduce or talk someone into something, just as I said. That's the courtship card with this mature woman. I'm not going to say, oh, it's your mom or it's your stepmom, or it's just a mature woman. That's how she's coming across. And now we will take a look quickly at the community card. To me, it's just an indication that this is somebody that you know. It literally stands for friends, groups, associations, networks, communities, and even neighborhoods. In a partnership, it indicates a harmonious relationship. Well, to me, this card is always like the Three of Cups. But this says that someone's out to break someone up. That's what that says to me. So, let's formulate a question for the Golden Nostradamus. I'm sorry, for the Angel Answer cards. All the signs are there. It's quite interesting. There's an affair happening here. Or at least it's maybe just starting or about to begin. All right. Here's your... The card says choose a new direction. I don't know who that message is for. Like I said, maybe if you decide shit, maybe the card's telling you, no, don't do it. All right. For the Golden Nostradamus, I don't know. Oh, that flew out. If I'm not mistaken, this is the tree. It's quite interesting. Choose a new direction. The time has come to choose a new direction in your life. The circumstances that you find yourself living in may seem unfulfilling, or perhaps your heart is full of discontent. It goes back to that thing. Whatever the pettiness is, whatever you're going to have to sort it out as the problems arise. So whatever this is, don't let it go. I don't mean like nag somebody to death, but I mean talk, speak clearly, do your best to get across whatever it is you're trying to say. Clear communication, that's what I'm saying. It says that you know that there is something more out in the world for you, and you've been procrastinating following the guidance of your angels. Make a conscious choice to be the person that you are meant to be. Create an action plan for yourself that leads you in the direction of your divine life purpose. Begin taking steps immediately towards a happier future. Well, I don't know what that is for you, okay? And again, this can't be true for everybody, because I'm reading for so many Aquarian sun, moon, and risings. So that's why it requires a personal reading. Here we have, if I'm not mistaken, the tree. Indeed. Listen, If you cannot have what you want, then settle for what you can. The stability of the tree advises caution. It is not the right time to change or take risks. Save your energy and seek stability in mind and body. Well, that's interesting. Choose a new direction. Well, it's telling you to make a plan. It's not saying for you to move at the moment. I don't know. That's what I have for you, Aquarius, for February 2023. I hope it helps. Be good to yourselves.